What's up, chat? Today we're going to be tier listing the M4A1 S skins based off how good they are for their price. Okay, so basically what that means is normally, right, we're starting off here with the, it looks like the Hot Rod, or no, it's the Atomic Alloy. But you see this thing is a pretty decent skin, so let's look at it in game. It's $200. This skin, pretty alright, it's like reflective and whatnot. Normally I'd put the skin B tier, but the fact that the skin ranges from $30 to $200, I'm going to put it like C tier, you know what I mean? Sorry, this skin. C tier. So now that you understand how this works, let's get freaking right into it. What is our next skin here? This is the Basilisk, I believe. I believe that's what it is. So let's go to the Basilisk here. Basilisk, whatever. Okay, yes, here we go. So the Basilisk, anywhere from $6 to $36. So we'll go with the minimal wear price because the factory new one's like 4 times as expensive. Very nice skin, very nice skin. Normally, I'd probably put this like an A tier. But, or I'd probably put this in like B tier, just overall. But, for how good it is for its price, definitely an A tier skin, I would have to say. Next up, we've got the Black Lotus. Now, this is a newer skin in the game. I'm pretty sure it was released pretty recently, yeah, with the kilowatt case. We can see it ranges from $7 to $27. And there's not really a big difference between factory new and min wear here. So, you know, if you want a minimal wear, it's not going to look that much different than a factory new. But the thing is, this skin is so nice. Look, it's so detailed. It's got flowers all over the place. It just objectively looks really nice. It's like reflective too in a way. The only issue that I could see is if you use it in a game, it is kind of dark and like, not like dull, but it is kind of dark, a darker skin. You know what I mean? It doesn't shine as much. But that being said, already this early on into our list, we have our first S tier skin. This is a very cheap skin and honestly looks better than some of the top M4s that we have in the game right now. Next up, I believe this is a older skin. It is going to be the, what's it called? I believe this is the, no, it's not the Blood Tiger. It is the, wait, is it the Blood Tiger? I can't tell. It looks so bad in that image that they have of it. Yeah, I think it is the Blood Tiger. Because there's no way. What in the world is that image? This is a horrible image. I'm looking anywhere else. I don't see the Blood Tiger. I believe this is just the Blood Tiger, yeah. So the Blood Tiger. Let's go. Let's inspect the skin in game. I did not mean to do that. Oh. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. So, the Blood Tiger. This skin, I guess we can see here, it actually ranges from $4 to $13. It's honestly not bad. If you like the camo skin in game, you know, all power to you. Want to feel like you're in Vietnam or something? I don't know. It feels kind of that kind of vibe with like the leaf kind of pattern. I don't know. It's an alright skin. We're going to throw this one probably into just B tier because it's not super expensive, so it's decent for its price. Next up, the Blue Phosphor, and this is a skin I would normally consider an S tier or A tier skin. When you use this thing in game, it's so shiny. It's just a sapphire version of a M4, you know what I mean? This thing, just everything about it is really nice. Very cool skin. I think when I made an actual M4 tier list, I put this into A tier. But let's address the elephant in the room. This thing is expensive, about $1,000. That's gonna drop it down to like D tier. You know what I mean? It's still a really good skin, but just nobody in their right mind, realistically, is gonna be buying it. If you are, you know, good for you, but you're very rich. You know what I mean? And that's chill. That's very chill. You know, I'm not hating on you because of the amount of money you have. Next up, I can't tell if this is the Boreal Forest. The Boreal Forest, every picture this person chose for their tier list is very dull, man. I just stole this tier list off the internet, by the way. But it is the Boreal Forest, and this ranges from, I guess we could just realistically say 30 cents, because, I mean, honestly, the difference between factory new and minimal wear isn't going to be that great. This skin, if you kind of like the camo skins, good for you, man. I'm not a fan. Normally, I'd put this about probably C or D tier, but for its price, honestly, it's a decent skin. It's one if you just have like money left in your Steam wallet from like, you know, you just bought a game, you know, maybe you could drop it on an M4 skin, and it's so dirt cheap that it's not gonna hurt you financially in any way possible at all. You know, just a literal free skin for you to have. So next up, we have the Briefing. This is ranges from $7 to $36. We're gonna go with the minimal wear price just because it's, you know, 4 times as less and looks about the same. So the skin's alright. I mean, it gives off like, I don't know, kind of mechanical vibes. It looks like a blueprint. I guess on it looks like a map, right? Yeah, it looks like a map. I can't tell what map that is. Maybe Nuke. Looks like Nuke or something. But yeah, it's an alright skin, I guess. I mean, the concept's cool. It's decently cheap, but it's not a great skin. I'm gonna put it also in D tier. Next up, we've got the Brightwater. This skin's an old skin and a rare skin, ranging from $38 to $40. This skin, if you have the knife and glove combo for it, I can imagine it looks okay, but no realistic person is buying this for 38 bucks. I'm just saying. $38, you should just get yourself a Black Lotus, you know what I mean? Not a great skin, not a great skin at all. Next up, the most ADHD skin in the game. So, Chantico's Fire. So this thing will go off the minimal wear price once again, just because the factory new is so ridiculously expensive compared to the minimal wear. Like 5 times as expensive, and they look about the same once again. To be honest, I don't hate the skin. I just don't like the tone of yellow used. Like, look at this. When you're using it in game, it looks kind of ugly. When you're inspecting it, you can appreciate the art kind of. But when you're using it in game, you know, it looks like piss yellow kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a bad skin. I'd probably give it like B tier normally. I think it's just a little too much for me. You know, a little too flashy. And for the price, let's see. I guess we're going off $100, so this is gonna end us in the bottom of C tier. I think that's a fair judgment there. Next up, chat, we've got the freaking what's it called? I don't even know. Control panel here. So the skin I think is from a new collection, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna go off minimal wear price because either you can get it for dirt cheap or minimal wear or factory new, and factory new is ridiculously expensive. So pretty decent honestly. Not a bad skin. Honestly, I have not really inspected this thing in game. It looks better than I thought it would look in game. I feel like it would just be kind of dull, but I kind of like the blue. It's like the same color as like a blue gem type blue, you know? It looks kind of cool up here, you know what I mean? That being said, for 25 bucks, is it super great? Not really. Another C tier skin. Probably not as down here as that. But anyways, next up, the Cortex, I believe, or Cyrex? Yeah, the Cyrex. The Cyrex is one of the skins that was kind of OG for me when I was first getting into the game. So it was pretty cheap when I was first getting into the game, but I guess it's kind of rose in price. We're gonna go minimal wear price, probably for just all of these. It's a very good skin, very cool, just kind of simple black and red design. Can't hate on it. Is it creative? No. Is it particularly interesting? Not really. It's just kind of a solid skin. And I can respect that. For $40, I think it'll land itself in B tier. It's solid. It's not super solid, though. Next up, we've got, I believe this is one of the kind of newer ones, if I had to guess. Just because it's kind of reflective. No. I'm so wrong. It is the Darkwater. This thing is not new at all. This thing has been in the game for a minute. Ranging from $80 to $100. I like that it's reflective in CS2. That's why I thought it was a new skin. I don't know why. I'm tired. Don't judge me. But it's just a dark, kind of dull skin. Nothing particularly interesting. I guess you can say it's rare. I guess that's about it. You can say for it. It's pretty expensive too. Gonna land itself in D tier. Next up, we've got the what is it even called? Decimator. So this skin looked a lot brighter in CSGO, I believe, but it still doesn't look bad in CS2. Wrong skin. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go minimal wear price again. Of course, all the skins are just being pumped and dumped, I guess, probably is my theory. But pretty decent skin. Pretty decent skin. I don't really like this kind of pattern up here. I like just the blue on it, though. It looks pretty nice. I'd probably give it a B tier normally. Pretty decent for the price, though. Honestly, it's gonna land top of B tier. Just kind of cheap and effective. You know what I mean? Next up, I used the skin recently in a green skin tier list, but even if we go off the factory new condition, it's $5 and you get a pretty decent green skin. The only kind of bad thing about the skin is it does look like kind of like a toy gun you'd get out of like Walmart or something. I'm not gonna lie, but is it bad because of that? Not really, man. Not really. It's not horrible. And honestly, it's so cheap that it's gonna land ourselves top of A tier. You know, it's dirt cheap and it looks really nice, man. I don't know what to say. Next up, the Fade. This thing looks really nice. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It looks really nice. It just does. I don't know what to say. It looks really nice. I like the Fade. I like how they did it on the M4. I don't really like this part of it, you know, this little handle part. You know, you can see all the black, like, you know, part of the gun. I feel like they should have changed that. But normally I'd probably give this like A tier. For the price though, 600 bucks. It's going to land ourselves in bottom of C tier because it is a little more affordable and honestly kind of on the same level as the blue phosphor. So I think C tier, bottom of C tier is kind of a fair judgment there. Next up, Fizzy Pop. Fizzy Pop. The skin will go minimal wear, I guess. Same condition, kind of. Honestly, it looks really nice. I haven't really given the skin a lot of thought, but it's actually really decent for the price, you know. Look at this thing. It's got some nice sort of artwork here. It reminds me of like kind of like a mosaic. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks nice, you know what I mean? Very cool skin, and it's very cheap too. It just is interesting. It has a good amount of color. Looks nice, man. I don't know what to say. It looks very nice. This honestly, I think it's going to land itself probably in the bottom of S tier, and we might change it to A tier later. I guess just the thing to remember while I'm ranking these skins is remember, I'm ranking them based off the price and how good they are, not just the how good they are, because I already made a tier list like that. Okay, next up, we've got the flashback. This skin, whenever I like trade away my current M4 skin, I always go back to this skin. I don't know what it is. I do kind of like the kind of vibe to it. It looks very Vietnamish, you know what I mean? Like you're in the forest, you're killing people. I don't know how to explain it. You know, it looks dirty, it looks rough, it looks kind of camouflage, I guess. It looks very Tarkov kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Like it just feels like something that is like beat up, rough, but cool, you know what I mean? Feels like something Rambo would use or something. I don't know how to explain it, but I really don't know how to explain it. I think it's really good for the price point. I'm going to put it above this dinosaur skin. Next up, wow. Okay. We're going to get into probably going to be my favorite skin on this list. We're going to go off minimal wear. I actually really like this thing. I just think the artwork is really cool. It's like golden. It looks kind of like a dragon lore. It gives off dragon lore kind of vibes with the snake and whatnot. I like the golden theme. I just really like the skin. It's really clean. It has a nice design on it. Like I said, it kind of makes you feel rich, you know what I mean? It's like all golden and everything, you know. You got this handle, this nice little golden part here, this golden snake on it, you know what I mean? The golden suppressor. Oh my gosh, I could just go on about it. I really like this skin. Honestly, I'd probably put this in S or A tier if this was just the tier list. But for the price, we're going up minimal wear, so about $100 here. I'm going to put this in B tier just because I like the skin so much, but the price knocks it down a good bit just because it's so expensive, you know what I mean? Next up, we've got the Guardian. The Guardian, I remember when I started playing CS in 2020, it was pretty cheap skin. I guess now it's risen to a decently more expensive skin. There's not much to say about the skin. It's blue. It's got a diffuse CT kind of diffuser logo on it. I don't know. If you like the simpleness of it, good for you. I'm going to put the skin in D tier. It's decently expensive for just a blue M4. You know, nothing particularly interesting about it. Next up, the Hot Rod. This is the brother of the blue phosphor, I guess, if I had to explain it. Looking at it, it's honestly a very clean skin, and if I had all the money in the world, this would absolutely be in my loadout. It looks very nice. I could imagine it going with some gloves. It's a solid reflective red, you know. It's very cool. It looks kind of like a candy apple Glock, but a little bit better because it's like reflective and metallic. But we can't beat around the price point. This thing is expensive. This is going to go into F tier. Because with all due respect, I don't think anybody in their sane minds, unless you're rich and have the money to do it, which if you do, all power to you. But I don't think anybody in their sane minds would pick this for $4,000 over this, which is $1,000, over this, which is $500, over this, which is $100. You know what I mean? Call me crazy. Or even this, which is freaking like 20 bucks. I'm just saying. if you're not like a skin collector and you're just a average person who wants some nice skins in a game, you're not going to be dropping $3,000. I'm just saying. Next up, we've got the Hyper Beast. This skin, I also remember being really cheap back in the day. Like, I'm talking like $10-ish. But I guess it ranges from 10 to 500 now. So we're going to go minimal wear condition on this. And this is a skin I actually really like. But I guess I haven't seen the skin in a while, but this just reminds me of the Mr. Beast logo, you know what I mean? Freaking blue with a red eye. Looks... now that I see it, I can't unsee it. Anyways, this is about the skin. It's a pretty nice skin. I'd use it in game. Is it kind of expensive? Yes. I think it's going to land us about C tier because it's a decent skin, but it's also pretty expensive. Let's keep it real. Next up, the Icarus Fell. I used to be a huge glazer of the skin. Now I'm just an enjoyer of it. I'm not necessarily a glazer because when you inspect it in the game, it looks alright, but just the black spots on the skin don't fade well into the color. You know what I mean? It looks, and this is one of the oldest, or one of the older skins in Counter-Strike, so it makes sense, you know. It wasn't at a time where skins were really developed into what they are now. So it just kind of looks like the artists were kind of trying to do their best with what they were given. So it is a good skin. I like the colors. I seriously do. I'd probably put this B or A tier normally. But the price point, just not it, man. Not it. Next up, we've got, I believe this one actually might have been from the new collection. I can't remember. It's the Imminent Danger, I believe, right? Yeah. Yep. So this skin, I don't know why this skin is actually particularly rare. It's a 2021 Vertigo. Oh, it's a red. So it's just a red from the 2021 Vertigo. I mean, it looks all right. It looks kind of cool. It looks kind of like, you know, construction site kind of deal, you know. Vertigo vibes, I guess, you know, as part of the Vertigo collection. You know, I could see the appeal to it. Do I like it particularly a lot? No, I think it's like a probably B tier skin objectively. I guess minimal wear. We'll go off the minimal wear price, so about $1,000. It's a bit worse than the blue phosphor here, so I'm gonna put it. Honestly, I think that's on about equal par with the Icarus Fell, and you know, they're the same price and also the same kind of, you know, whatever, you know. I don't know how to explain it. Next up, we've got the Knight. The Knight is one of the most iconic skins in the game just because it's, you know, the trade up to the Dragon Lore. So if you're ever trying to trade up to a Dragon Lore, which I know all my fans as neurosurgeons with their massive incomes are trying to do at the moment. If you're ever trying to trade up to a Dragon Lore, use this thing. If you're not trying to trade up to a Dragon Lore and you just like the skin, honestly, I don't hate the skin. I don't hate the skin. It's golden. It's got these golden accents to it. Is it better than a golden coil? No. Is it a decent skin? Honestly, yes. And if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably, like, seriously, genuinely, if I had the money, I would get one of these just because of the fact that it's, like, kind of rare. Like, if that makes sense. Like, not particularly because I like it, but it's kind of like the same way you'd get, like, an old car, not because it's fast, but because it's, like, iconic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, you get a super old car. I think you guys get the point that I'm trying to make. You know, it's like an antique, kind of. You know what I mean? It's not particularly valuable. It's not really rare, but it has, like, sentimental value to me because it's part of the Dragon Lore collection. And honestly, these things are being eaten up in trade-ups. There's not going to be a lot of these things at I mean, there already aren't a lot of these things, but even in the future going forward, there's not going to be a ton of them left. But me throwing beside my skin opinions and whatnot, it's $4,000 for a just worse golden koi, objectively. This is going to be our very bottom of F tier. It's not as good as the Hot Rod, and it's way more expensive than the Hot Rod. Or it's about $1,000 more expensive than the Hot Rod. Is it a good skin? It's alright, you know what I mean? Next up, we've got Leaded Glass. This is a skin which I imagine is pretty expensive now, but wasn't back in my day, like I keep saying. We'll go off the minimal wear price, $8 here for this skin. Pretty nice, good colors, you know, reminds me of like if you walk in like a Catholic church or something. You see the stuff on their glass, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about, like the sun comes through the leaded glass, I guess, as the skin is called. And you know, it looks kind of cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. B tier skin overall. It's a pretty cheap skin though, so I'm gonna put this honestly in A tier. I'm gonna put it a little bit behind the whatever the skin is. My skin that I glazed a little bit too much. Next up, we've got the what's it called? I actually don't know the skin's name. I've never really. Oh, Masterpiece. Okay, actually, I don't hate the skin. I actually think the skin is pretty nice. It's a very simple skin, but is it cool? Yes, it has this little graffiti on it. You know, it has nice colors too. I absolutely enjoy having the skin in game. Is it how old is the skin? So original Overpass collection, so it's decently old, I guess you could say. When was it released? Yeah, 2014. Wow, so this thing is pretty rare. So I guess that is kind of the value. Off of $500 though, I'd honestly rather have a fade, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna put this probably the middle of D tier. It's just expensive. It's not a bad skin, it's just very expensive. Not worth it for the price, you know what I mean? Next up, we've got the Mecha Industries. And wow, this skin is expensive. Minimal wear. Let's go with the minimal wear. Very nice skin, honestly. Very nice skin. The colors pop in CS2. In CSGO, they didn't pop as much, but in CS2, they kind of pop. They're not like a bright yellow, but they're, you know, an industrial yellow. Or, white. They're like an industrial white. They're an industrial palette, and I kind of like it. I don't think it's super good, but I don't think it's super bad either, and it's reasonably priced. We'll put this probably in about middle of B tier, I guess. Next up, we've got whatever this is. It looks like moss, kind of. I'd imagine that's what the skin's called. Yep, moss quartz. Is that the same thing? Yeah, I don't know why the pictures this person chose for this tier list are so dark. We'll go minimal wear, 72 bucks. Pretty nice. Honestly, reflective green. If you're building a green themed loadout, this could be something for you. It's gonna be a trade up for the Norse collection is to the Dragon Lord, correct? Wait, am I selling? No, it's definitely not. It's to the Gungnir, I believe. Wait, Norse collection? Yeah, I believe it is to the Gungnir. I'm really tired right now. I should know these things off the top of my head, but I'm very tired. I need to lock in. For $72, is it a particularly amazing skin? Not really. I'm gonna put this probably like bottom of C tier. Actually, no, we'll move it top of D tier. It's just not. It doesn't really have the things I can warrant it to put it any higher than that. You know what I mean? It is reflective. It is kind of cool, but it's $72 at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Next up, we've got the where is it? I'm trying to find the skin. It's like a mud speck. Ah, there we go. Skin is we'll go with the 46 cents price. It's not bad, I guess, if you like the brown kind of black. They honestly did it pretty well. It's not like an ugly brown. It's like a reflective kind of brown and a dark kind of black. I don't know. It's not a bad skin. It's just not really a good skin either. All things considered, even though the price is pretty cheap, probably bottom of B tier, because you can just get it out of, you know, chump change in your wallet, but are you going to be particularly happy? No. Is it better than the default? A little bit. So that's why I'm justifying it in that position. Anyways, next up, this is skin I've been seeing a lot in game recently, so a lot of you might actually like this. So it looks like it ranges from like, you know, 98 cents to $2, and you're gonna get this thing in minimal wear. And actually, oh, this thing is interesting, I believe. So this thing looks so much more purple in battle scarred. Yeah. Do I like the purple? Not really. I'd probably get this thing in like minimal wear, factory new territory. The artwork on the skin's kind of cool. You know, you got this like, I guess, like kind of creepy doll, I guess, kind of thing. And it's like, I don't know, kind of like a creepy horror themed skin. But it looks kind of cool, I guess. I could see the appeal to it, and it's really cheap too. I'll put this below here in A tier. You know what I mean? Just because it is so cheap, you know what I mean? It's a really good artwork for just how cheap it is, you know? Next up, we got the M4A1 S Nightmare. This thing, I am a huge fan of. This is one of the other skins that I always get when I have a little bit more money in my account. We'll go minimal wear. It's about the same as factory new. It looks really good. I really like the, whatever this is, the kind of dinosaur, kind of raptor thing on it. Very cool color of blue. It's just a better Icarus Fell for cheaper. You know what I mean? Very, very good budget skin. This is going to be the top of my A tier. If not, honestly, I'm going to put this in S tier. Not because it's particularly crazy cheap, but it's $20 for a skin that I honestly feel is on par with like an Icarus Fell or something like that. Has good artwork, cool colors. That's why I'm putting it up there. And it's probably my favorite budget skin in the game. So S tier. But is it as cheap as a Black Lotus? No. So I guess it isn't my favorite budget skin in the game. Next up, we've got the Nitro. This thing is dirt cheap and ugly. I guess we'll go minimal wear here. Condition. This thing is good for crafts. That's about all I can say. So if you're building a budget craft, that's cool. It'll bump it up a little bit. We'll put this about bottom of B tier just in case you're making crafts. But otherwise, it's just an ugly skin. Let's be realistic. Next up, we've got the Ready Player One. Honestly? Oh, wait, no. Whoa, okay. I just said the name of a movie that I didn't even particularly like. Okay. This thing, cool artwork. I could see the appeal to it. I think it's a little too ADHD for me. You know what I mean? It's a little too much. You know what I mean? A little too much. A little too Valorant-y, but it's not like bad, I guess. You know, it's not bad. But let's put the skin. Actually, wait, sorry, I didn't judge it based off its price. 48 bucks. It's gonna earn itself a respectable middle of B tier. Decent skin for a relatively kind of expensive price. Next up, Prince Dream. I own the skin. The skin gets pretty expensive. This skin gets pretty expensive. We'll go minimal wear. It looks really nice though. I'm not gonna lie. It's so nice. It is so nice. The white it's better than like a normal white. It's got this like reflectiveness to it, but it keeps the white. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a fresher white. It's so clean. I like the pattern on it too. You know, you have these like, I don't know how to explain the pattern really to it. It's just kind of unique. It's got these shapes on it, these X's, whatnot. Very cool skin. Very, very cool skin. Is it worth it for its price? Not really, but I'd say it's better than. I'd say it deserves about here in C tier, just because it is better than the Fade in my opinion. Like I think it is better than the Fade, and it's a little cheaper than the Fade too. I guess if you get it in factory new, it is not cheaper than the Fade, but you won't really notice a difference between minimal wear and factory new with this skin, so I'm just going on minimal wear price there. Next up, Vaporwave. This skin, I guess, is kind of growing on me in a way. Minimal wear condition is what we're going to inspect it here. The artwork is kind of cool. I guess I just like kind of the colors up here, you know what I mean? I wish this whole skin was just like the entirety of it was replaced by this little like flower section up here, you know what I mean? But other than that, the rest of the skin, I don't know, just it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know if I really like it that much. I'd probably give it like B tier normally. The current price of it, you know, $167 for minimal wear. We'll give it a respectable C tier. Respectable C tier. I feel like that's objectively fair. Next up, we've got whatever this camo skin is. It's gonna be our what is it gonna be, chat? It's gonna be, what is it even on here, or am I scrolling past it like 100 times? I feel like I'm scrolling past it a ton, and I'm gonna look back on this while I'm editing and be like, what in the world am I doing? Wow, is it just not here? What is this? It probably just looks a lot different than it does on that one picture, you know what I mean? Is this the very camo? No, it's not. What is this, dude? Is it the very camo? I think it might just be the very camo right here. I'm gonna go one more like scan through, but I think it's just the very camo. Am I wrong? I am definitely not wrong. It is definitely the very camo. Okay. The very camo. Here we go. Decent skin. Pretty decent skin, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Is it great? Not really. I think it's one of the better camos, though. It looks like a Call of Duty kind of camo. Yeah, I'm gonna give this thing like probably like D tier. I mean, for the price, it is kind of dirt cheap. If you get it in minimal wear, we'll bump it up a little bit. Maybe around here. You know what I mean? I'm not a particular fan of it, but it is decently cheap. Next up, we've got the Wash Me Please for for 27 cents in minimal wear condition. This, honestly, its brown is kind of cool. Its blue is kind of cool. Very good skin, actually, for its price. It's literally 27 cents for this, you know? I'm not going to be a hater. this is gonna end up respectably in A tier. Next up, probably one of the coolest M4s in the game. The King of the Jungle, I believe, right? This skin is on my to-do list. Oh yeah, welcome to the jungle. This is on my list of skins to get. As a collector, I really enjoy this skin. Minimal wear conditions, about $2,000. I think its artwork's really cool, actually. I'm gonna put this slightly behind here. Actually, I'm just gonna put this in F tier just because it is so ridiculously expensive. Like, I mean, I guess if you get this thing in kind of the more battle scarred conditions, it won't look as good, but it is, you know, cheaper. So that's something to be said. But it is really expensive. It's a really good skin though, but it is just super expensive. So no sane person buying it. Anyways, that concludes the tier list. If you're planning on buying any of these skins, support me by using my skin port link in the description. It'll help you get things off. Like it literally saves you like 25% on any skin you're about to get. A lot cheaper than the Steam Marketplace. Do not use the Steam Marketplace, please. And anyways, 2v2 tournament in my Discord for $50 if you win. We're doing that at 200 Discord members, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, subscribe so I can buy a freaking Dragon Lord.